open up a desktop. I've downloaded the VNC viewer because the Raspberry Pi down here with the red light on, I think you can see that. Maybe not. Anyways, the Raspberry Pi here has a built-in VNC which starts up when the item boots. Now what I did was, on the recommendation of a fellow amateur from Germany, I took my DV4 Mini, attached it to a USB extension cable that I happen to have, and move it as far away from the DV4 as you can. There we go. And the Raspberry Pi's password is Raspberry. Okay, there's the VNC. Now, this sometimes happens with VNC. So what I do is, oh, there it goes. Just have to be patient. And our DV4 Mini is not running, so let's start it up. Please excuse the version I downloaded. The image I downloaded has a really old copy of DV4 Mini, but it'll do for the purposes of this video. And we'll wait for it to stabilize. Right now it's trying to initialize the DV4 Mini, which I have about 2 feet away from the... there it goes, it's initialized, and we are connected. Now it'll remember the last reflector that you were on, which in this case is USA nationwide.
6, 9.
Okay, now.
And I don't know if you have any P25 or not, but and of course the DMR, the D-Star side.
Good. There's a QSO in progress. Now, the first thing you want to do when you get your DV4 Mini program controller up is set the God, this thing's hard to control. I chose Southeast United States. Now you also have to set the DMR QRG calibration in kilohertz. I haven't set to minus 200. That seems to be the best setting.
Yeah, I'll try that. I think you said 6.
Just change it to minus 5, so we'll see what happens.
Something around 6 tends to be, running pretty heavily. I suppose probably for that the USA one.
Yeah, I might have to reboot the program with this version. And we'll start it up again and see what effect changing the QRG has on the sound quality. Okay, it's looking for the DV4 Mini and it's found it.
3, 9. Alright, sounds good. Likewise, I guess. Appreciate you for the information you gave us. We'll be listening here as well.
You can hear it's
down there.
sounds really crappy because I set the QRG wrong on purpose.
Alright, anyways, thanks a lot for the info, and W1KR from KCHCID.
Okay, changed it back. Hopefully that'll make a little difference. Doesn't look like they're going to come back to this guy. Anyways, through trial and error, I found the best setting for my radio to be about -200. So there we have it set at -200. And we'll go back to, oops. Okay, so there we are. It says we're still connected. Let's connect to something else. For example, if we go to (4400) and connect.
Reflector 4400.
See, that's much better with the Cura-G set correctly, or at least as close to correctly as possible. And it doesn't look like there's much traffic going on. Now, here's something. Oh, I can't do that because I don't have. I'm using my Raspberry Pi. I was going to hook up my DVAP to Windows and run the D-Star program there and show you that I can connect up to dsc005 Foxtrot, and it will be connected to the bridge, which is connected to this particular reflector. So we are now a fully operational station. I can choose different reflectors at different times and speak to people all over the world, including Canada. We do have a reflector. I don't know if I can make this bigger. Don't think so. Being as it's a Windows tablet, it is very limited as to what you can do with it. No, can't make it bigger. Okay, so that's the control panel. There's a newer one out which works a lot better and gives you an extra mode, which I can't show you with this tablet, but no, it's actually not the tablet, it's the image file. It doesn't have the latest DMR control panel in it, and you need the latest DB4 Mini control panel software and a firmware upgrade to be able to use the Brandmaster, which has a lot of very interesting reflectors on it. So what I'm going to do here is shut this down so you can control it. Okay. I think I can zoom in safely. Oh, that is zoomed in. Okay. So this is the new, or newer, DB4 Mini version MF2. I'll run that. Oh, maybe I should hook up the DB4 Mini, eh? There we go. Oh, it's advising me I did not. Come on, where is the mouse on this thing? Okay, it's connected. I connected to my home router for speed reasons. Okay, so now we'll run the DB4 Mini again. As soon as I can find the cursor, there it goes. Sometimes it doesn't click. There we go. Control panel looks pretty much the same, but once our initialization thingy goes away, I think they call that a splash screen. There. Now we have an extra mode. We have Brandmaster, and we also have what is that? DPMR, P25, and C4FM. You have to have a radio that works on that mode. So all I have is D-Star and DMR, but in the DMR mode I can use DMR and Brandmaster. And I'm going to go to Brandmaster. One thing you got to watch is with this program, it's still in its early stages. Sometimes it forgets what frequency you want to run on. So always make sure you have the frequency set. So we'll go to Brandmaster. There we go. And we have a few extra options in Brandmaster, which I'd like to show you. Oh, there we go. There's Canada English. I don't know if you can see that. If not, I'll probably enhance it with my video editor. Canada French. We have UK. And UK wide. Let's go down a little more. And you have USA. So let's hook up to that just for fun. Okay, while we're waiting for that to happen, I'll switch SIM chips on the Raspberry Pi. Not SIM. These little SD cards holds the image. Okay, the DVAP is initializing. Well, I haven't had much action on the US wide, so let's go back. To the UK. You notice in this mode it doesn't announce what channel it's on, which is unfortunate. Okay, we're connected to 4400, and eventually we will be connected to, it's getting there, just waiting for the DVAP to find it, the G4 router to find its signal. Okay, VE3HTB back. I managed to get the Raspberry Pi working on its own standalone version with the image for D-Star in it. So it's running a D-Star mode right now, which gives me the ability to control it with my phone and or my laptop. Okay, so
I just wish the Irish would use the 4404 more. And when I say
now what we can do is we can use the radio on D-Star with the DV repeater that I have and the IRC DDB control software. I can actually connect to reflectors using my radio, which means I can use it remotely. Wish you could do that with DMR, and maybe sometime in the future the Germans will allow us to do that. I don't know if you can see that.
We want to talk about Irish. What did that guy that went up in Scotland? He was on quite a lot, and I've not heard him for ages.
So in this case, I don't have the reflector I want, which is dsc005f2dmrbm4400, but I do have it in DTMF. So you can control it with your UR string, or you can control it with your DTMF.
Would assume he's buggered off on a holiday again to somewhere much
Greg gets us somewhere much worse. So I assume he's went on a holiday. I don't blame him. He's in the car or somewhere. I hope he's lying somewhere nice on a nice warm beach. Don't want any other being back here. And I'll see being back to the topics. No, that's a problem.
I don't think the other guy must have dropped off or something. Anyways, as you could see, you were hearing that conversation on my Titera, which is DMR, in this case, Brandmaster, and you were also hearing that conversation on D-Star, reflector dsc005 Foxtrot. So they have a bridge between reflector 4400 in the UK and DCS005 Foxtrot. VE3HTB.
VE3HTB.
So I went in on D-Star and came out on DMR. So I'll take the DMR radio. Was there a QSO in progress here? This is VE3HTB. Oh, didn't do anything. Was there a QSO in progress? This is VE3HTB.
Was there?
Whoa. Something's not right. Looks pretty good. Well, I guess it must have ended. This is VE3HTB standing by. Is there anybody around right now that can give me a radio check? This is VE3HTB.
Is there anybody around right now that can give me a radio check? This is the
0UXJ, zero UXJ, this day Phil. Yeah, you couldn't hear the light. You just got time to break it up on the audio. You just got time to break it up on the audio. Otherwise, okay.
Yeah, it looks like I've got some tweaking to do with my DV4 Mini, but I appreciate the content. I'm also listening on D-Star, so I do hear those dropouts. So far, this go around is working well. So name here's Dave, and we're in Toronto, and thank you very much for the report.
Yeah, you're welcome, Dave. First name is Phil this side. Papa Hotel in Lima, and yeah, no worries. Yeah, you're fine. You're absolutely.
Now I've picked up the D-Star radio.
Quite steady then. It's just sometimes it's doing it. Not every time, but just sometimes. Yeah, Dave, no problem. Yeah, it's great where you can sit in your living room, watch TV with your little antenna, and talking around the world to E0UHJ.
Well, I really like this one because it has the ability to talk across modes, which would be very handy in an emergency. So I'm actually talking to you on D-Star now. I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can. and I'll turn it back to you and see if what kind of reports you get on the D-Star radio. It's an ID31A. Over.
N2E0 UHD, no problem, Dave. Very, very clear. Absolutely, yeah. Very ringing. 31A, yeah, I've got a couple of those as well. It works very, very well through D-Star. When I decide to put me mega back on, I'll have to sort it out at some stage. Other things and illnesses and things just not been 100%, you know, but we're getting there. Starting to play a little bit of radio now, getting a little bit better. Had a big C, you know, bullet, and don't live on QE yet, but, you know, still going to hospital, one of them, you know, for checkups. So, but feeling more like playing radio now, Dave. It's a little bit better, you know.
Okay, well that's really good. I love this being able to work. I find the D-Star network a little easier to control remotely if I'm out and about, and you can't use DTMF or anything on DMR, but you can use it on D-Star. So I do have that option. Well, the XYLs call me for supper. It's supper time here. I don't know if that's the same thing as tea time or not, but anyway, supper's ready, so I better let you go. And it's nice talking to you, Phil, and you're sounding 100% on the D-Star radio. No dropouts or anything. So anyways, we'll say 73s and turn it back over to you. This is VE3HTB. That was
Yeah, no worries, Dave. Yeah, it's TY2 at the minute. 380. It's 480, 380, one of them. And it's 10:05. Well, 5 minutes past 10 o'clock PM. Made it over here, so and it's your tea time or supper time, whichever you prefer. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. People don't realise to see the time difference, Dave. Yeah, no worries, Dave. You go and enjoy your supper time there, and like I say, you're doing well. Well good into England on D-Star, can't be bad. The 2E0 UHD, catch you later on, Dave. 73s.
Ta-ta for now, Phil. Nice talking to you, VE3HTB. Off and clear. So there we go. We got the D-Star bridge working really nice.
Bye.
We have the D-Star bridge in England working really good, so we can cross mode. And we're doing it on a laptop. That's why we were getting those dropouts. DMR is very PC processor intensive. That's why I set it up to run on low processing power. And you see we can actually take this with us. I can even take it on the laptop. This I can run on that HP Stream, but I don't because it's not a very good tablet. Anyways, there's another video from VE3HTB. Have a great day. If you have any questions, it's VE3HTB@hotmail.com.